Hi guys, and welcome to the channel, and welcome to today's I was gonna say reason. Today's reading on what was the reason, and this video was definitely inspired by Cardi B. I just been having this thing in my mind of have you guys seen that meme where she's like, "What is the reason?" We always say everything happens for a reason. Um, Rejection is God's protection, and all these sorts of things. But every now and then, we just want to know the reason, right? Like, what is the reason? And you guys should check out the clip.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
Sometimes we just want to know what the reason is. It's like, what is the reason? And so that's what this video is about. We'll see whatever comes up, comes up. We're going to have 3 piles to choose from. For group 1, we have Septarian right here. Group 2, Rainbow Moonstone. And for group 3, this Snow Quartz. Yes. So I'm going to pull some cards as well that you can select from. So for group 1, what is the reason? Ooh, the moon. Group 2, what is the reason? We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And group 3, the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, so go ahead and select your pile using your intuition, and I will see you in your reading. Okay? Okay, group 1. Those of you who picked this Septarian and the moon, this is your reading on what was the reason. Okay, so what was the reason behind whatever the situation is that's kind of pushing you over the edge a little bit. And I'm definitely getting over the edge. Like I said, it's that Cardi B, like, what was the reason? And then +2 here we have say yes, open in reverse. Say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. So I'm getting the extremes of emotion. We have the Knight of Water, emotional, falling in love, the need to balance emotions. And I'm just getting just a very powerful feeling as well from this moon to the sun transition. And okay, so what was the reason? So I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing, right? So we have the Fool card here, and I'm getting this really strong push. Like this situation, whatever transpired, it's sort of like supposed to just give you a push to just get started on. And I want to say whatever it is that you were feeling at that time when this all hit you, whatever action was being prompted to you to do, that's what you're supposed to follow through on. We literally have follow through right here. And we have the how is in the now. What has your intuition been trying to tell you? And I feel like as well, okay, I'm not going to try and come up with an example, but I'm going to trust that you guys are going to understand what I'm trying to say. It's like sometimes when we get really pissed off and we think like, you know what, screw this place. Okay, let's take a job, for example. I'm just gonna quit right here, like just screw this place, I'm out. That's the Fool card, right? And so the Fool is taking that chance, taking that risk. I'm not telling you to quit your job, but it's like that extreme of emotion. It's like something just like coming up to just hit you and telling you. But this message here is like, this is the reason, is for you to actually follow through on it. And it's and no one's saying for you to do it on the spot, but it's to push you into that. And I feel like there's a part of you that knows that something is not like right for you, and you're being nudged in a different direction, but there may be some reasons or some fears or some whatever that are causing you to hold back. Because what I'm getting with this, okay, we have revelation here, we have the Hermit in reverse, we have the Six of Wands in reverse, and we have the Moon and the Sun, and I'm getting like this feeling of like, oh, like it's feeding. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you how I'm feeling it. So it's like the moon being something hidden or mysterious or not yet brought to light, is or something that you intuitively know or are feeling or you're getting glimpses of. Now it's really starting to come to light. You know, with this sun, it's becoming stronger, it's becoming more powerful, it's becoming harder to deny. You know, it's harder to deny when reality hits. So like sometimes you can have a feeling about somebody or something, and it's like slowly kind of building up. Like maybe you don't recognize it fully, or you're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, you're trying to, you know, or you're trying to assess the situation and say, well, maybe I should just wait, or maybe, you know, I shouldn't react like that, or it's like maybe you talk yourself out of it, right? So the reason I'm getting with this, and even with this Hermit card, is you don't have to discover um what the full reason is. Okay, even with revelation in reverse, you know, we have, it's just like, it's like it's in the right now. It's like, what has your intuition been trying to tell you? What are you supposed to do right now? You know, with the Fool is really just about taking a chance, taking a risk. Not necessarily that, but also not trying to have all your ducks in a row before you take that first step, right? And so that's what I'm getting with the how is in the now. You know, you can say, well, how am I going to do this? How is this going to play out? How? And it's like, no, just get started, do something, you know, because these extreme emotions that you're feeling is supposed to propel you to move forward, right? It's not something that is supposed to, like, you know, you're supposed to just let sort of dwindle away. Although there is a message here with this Earth card in Gaia, and the Septarian as well, is like to kind of ground yourself and um, ground these emotions. Like I see them as, it's almost like lightning. Ugh. Okay, this is how I'm seeing it. Is like here you could see with revelation, it's almost like some lightning or some strong force like coming through her crown and then needing to be grounded, you know? And so as it's coming through, it's delivering a message, and just this really powerful energy like the sun, that you need to act on, right? And so now that you've received the message, it's for you to act on it. It's for you to follow through on it. And I feel like these messages are just going to get more and more powerful and stronger and stronger. It's like they tried to come in subtly, um, you know, and I just heard like, do not be fooled. You have to follow through. Like, you know, I mean, take this, if you feel this resonates with you, if you feel like this is a message that you've been getting, is you have to follow through on this. Whatever your feelings or this strong emotional, yeah, it's a download. This is a download. And you were meant to feel this way, you know, in order to propel you into action and to actually follow through. Um, because I feel like right now, I feel like something's going to be piling up. It's going to start piling up on you. Um, and when I say piling up on you, I mean the bullshit of it. Like, um, the extremes of emotions that are going to result, from not taking steps now, what you can do now, to move out of the situation. And it's not something you have to think too much about, right? It's not something with the Hermit in reverse. You don't have to think too much about it. You don't even have to give it that much attention. It's almost like I feel like, oh, I'm getting this like easy feeling. It's like this ease just came through right now of, you don't have to figure it all out, right? You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to figure out the next step. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to spend a lot of time, um, you know, doing any of that. You just have to take the next step. just take that chance or take the next step. And and that's how, because the how is in the now. What can you do right now? What can you do today? um and it will unfold. It's like, you know like the fool's journey. It unfolds as you're going through it, you know like I'm getting something with this follow through as well. It's like, um also too, is like, this is kind of a reassurance, is like, you have to go through it in order for you to understand it in the end. I mean, and that's such a cliche thing, um to say. um but yeah, it's like one of those things that's going to be revealed after. But that applies to everything, so just, disregard that if you may, because I'm trying to get away from these sort of cliche things that sometimes we just don't want to hear. We don't want to hear these cliche things, right? And it's because sometimes it's like, you can only be so patient, people. You can only be so much, and sometimes that's not the message, is to be patient, or to whatever. Sometimes there's other messages going on, and I'm really feeling with this group that it's one of those situations where there's another message going on, and it's for you to act now. Like, maybe you're the type of person who likes to, you know contemplate, to take time to develop a plan, to work on yourself. Like, I'm getting this thing of like self-discovery with this hermit card. And what can I do? It's like, you're so used to not, I don't want to say accommodating. You're so used to working on yourself, that now you're able to adapt and adjust to any situation that you're required to stay in, because you know that your intuition is telling you to stay there, so you're going to be able to adjust and adapt to it. But in this situation, the message is, you're not to be doing all that. You're supposed to just take that leap, take that chance, do whatever you need to do right now in this moment, to like follow through on whatever it is, um, that emotion that hit you, that extreme. Like, that's the message. It's like, I'm getting this to be also for some of you guys like a message of like move on, like get out of this place. And I'm getting that for some of you guys it's a place, and for some of you guys it's a person. But and right now I'm seeing trust life. It's like, I'm just getting, and follow through whatever it was that you're thinking. And I feel like if you ignore it, it's going to come up again. So if you don't remember what it was, it'll come up again. So that was the reason, is for you to go ahead, and it was a download. This is like a very serious download. I almost also too, like, maybe you guys, I just got this feeling of like, be careful what you wish for. And I'm not saying for you to be careful. I'm just saying, like, I think maybe some of you guys asked for something, and now it's coming in. The universe is coming in to deliver it. And now you have to follow through on that. You have to, what is it? Not switch lanes, change directions. It's like, I don't know. I'm just getting this feeling too of some of you guys got comfortable somewhere, like, and you were probably pretty new, and you thought like, oh, I can stay here for a while, or like something like that, where you're like, okay, like, I can get comfortable here with this place or this person or in this situation. And you're like, damn, I got to switch up again. And it's the number 6. So yeah, so this is something striking to let you know that it is coming in fast. It's coming in fast. So stay open to it, and and take the time you need to ground yourself. I mean, sometimes when the stuff, it's flowing through you as well. The emotions, the downloads, blah blah blah, the energy of it. It's supposed to get you to act. I'm just getting to, it's supposed to propel you. I think that's what I was saying from the beginning. So anyways, I'm not going to ramble on. That is your reading, group 1. I hope that you liked it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to see more videos. I will see you guys soon. Good luck. Bye. Okay, group 2, those of you who picked this rainbow moonstone and the page of pentacles in reverse, this is your reading on what was the reason for this event, the situation, this person, place, thing, whatever, that came to a boiling point or came to just a point where, you know, you were just sort of brought to the edge emotionally. um yeah, like you know, Cardi B with what was the reason? You know, it's like probably something just threw you off, right? So, to me, this feels like a very similar reading to group 1. And maybe all these readings are going to have similar commonalities going through them. And one is, you know, just being open to change. Okay, here we have open to change, new moon in Aquarius. We have courageous. May each breaking wave build your courage. And I'm seeing the breaking wave as like this wave of emotion that, you know, has come over you. And as it breaks, it increases your courage to be open to change. Because there's something that you're unwilling to change. Um, Again, it's like, and I say again, but this was in the other reading, so it's not really again for you guys, but it's this theme of being open to change, being willing to go with the flow. Like, it's more of a going with the flow feeling. And I'm getting that with you guys in this reading is like, okay, I just, okay. I feel like I'm stuttering now. Um, I don't know. I feel like this is hard for me to say. Um, yeah, I feel like you guys don't like change. Okay. And there's something with, I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad right now. I feel bad. I'm just gonna say what I was gonna say, but I feel like I'm being held back from saying it. Um, like, I don't know. I'm confused now. What I'm supposed to say, what I'm not supposed to say. Um, okay. I'm just gonna say whatever comes out. I feel like you guys don't like change. You guys aren't very open to change. Um, it's almost like I'm getting this feeling of like something drastic needs to happen in order for you guys to consider change or changing something. I mean, you can have plans um, to do something and want to do it and have every intention to do it, but if it requires change, I feel like you will end up settling for not making that change. Like, I'm getting a really gentle and soft feminine energy with this moonstone as well, and this poet in reverse, and yin yang lover is like, I feel like the universe is saying no. Like, you cannot settle because you don't want something to change. You know, like, okay, I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but I'm reminded of the cook at my work. There's a cook at my work, and she makes the most amazing looking cakes, right? She's a baker, and she also makes incredibly talented at making cakes. And I heard something like, you know, we wonder, like, what are you doing here? Like, why aren't you off making cakes somewhere and making a business out of it? And I guess her response was that she didn't want to leave, like, the place where we work at. She's like, oh, I could never leave here. And it's a very sweet thing, you know. It's a very, I don't want to say sweet thing. Um, there's a sweetness about it. Um, but there's something else about it. Like, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to be judgmental and say it's lacking courage, because I feel like that's not what it is. There's something here about fall in love with your own story. Um, because I feel like with this yin yang lover is like, and this sweet soul rising, it's like you're attracting, my God. I feel like you're at odds with I don't want to say it. I know I keep getting quiet. I keep getting quiet. And my left hand is just here, and it's like I just feel so much energy flowing through it. Here we have invitation. I feel like the universe is inviting you to take a chance for some greater plan, and just go with it and be open to this change, because it's like I feel like with this yin yang lover and this sweet soul rising, it's like you are attracting, you know, what you truly desire, like deep down. And it's like whatever is happening is like, it's like calling you to step further into having the courage to make the changes that you're required to make in order to fulfill um the main spot in your story, and that's what I'm getting with this fall in love with your own story. Is like, it's like, how people will say, like, you should be the main character of your own life. You should be the main character of your own story. It's like that. It's like, why would you put something else ahead of you? In the sense that, like, ugh, it feels like this feels like such a feminine, nurturing type of energy, but like in a way that's like sabotaging of oneself. And don't get me wrong, like I'm trying not to use the wrong words, or I keep getting held back from using certain words because I don't want to sound judgmental. But it's like, why would you settle? It's like, anyway, I want to stick to the subject here, which is what was the reason. So it's like there's this whirlwind of emotions and whatever that's coming over you, and it's really to open you up to, and it feels like a disappointment, or something that's made you unhappy, and it's to make you more open to change and having the courage to step up into what you're being called in on, like to bring in on a soul level. So it's what you truly desire and what you truly want, and it's like you're gonna have to rise up to it and say no to certain things in order to take that chance and that start. But like the universe is inviting you right now. This is an invitation for you to go ahead with it. And then I feel like with this poet, you could see it. It's like you have to speak it, you have to affirm it, that this is what you want, and this is what you're going to do, and this is the change that you're going to make, and you're going to put yourself at the forefront. I really am feeling like this has to do with something that you really want to do, um, something that you're really good at. I'm seeing this dog right here. Like I'm seeing it as like something that you truly want, but it's like you're settling for second place, for second best, because you don't want to I have to burn some sage. Like, cuz you don't want to, whatever the reasons are, you just are telling yourself that it's okay, that this is good. This is a super feminine energy. Like, it almost feels like, I want to say martyristic. Is that a word? Like where you kind of martyr yourself. Um, I don't know. This is a weird energy. It's hard for me to really understand it. A little bit, but I don't know. I'm cleansing for you guys, so that was the reason. That's the reason. So you can affirm whatever change and say, screw this. I'm done with this. You know, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and listen to pile one as well. Like, I feel like this is like a kind of a continuation of that, but it's like a spin-off. Anyway, that is your reading group 2. I hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful for you. It's like you're being invited to change something, and to affirm it, and to put yourself as the main character in your own story, and go for what you truly desire, and do not settle for less than that, you know? Because if you settle, you're gonna settle for like option number 3, option number 4. You know, you have to keep saying, you have to say no. This is reminding me of you know that show like Deal or No Deal? And say you're down to the last 2 suitcases, right? So this is where you I'm not sure if everyone knows what this show is, but you're eliminating suitcases, and you want the highest number to be in there. It's money, you get to keep it, right? But then you're going to reach a point where you're down to a few. You're going to have to say no in order to get first prize. You're going to have to say no at some point, but you do stand to risk it losing. But I don't know. I'm rambling. But anyway, that is your reading group 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please leave a like. I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye. Okay, group 3, those of you who picked this snow quartz and this 5 of Pentacles, this is your reading on what was the reason for this situation, this person, this place, this thing, this situation, that kind of or just caused like this really big rise of emotions in you. And I feel like with you guys, the reason for this, I feel like it reached a height. The situation reached this height that it hit is because of I feel like there's 2 parts to the way that you're behaving or the way that you're acting. You know, here we have chameleon, we have last quarter moon, we have the pentagram, harmony, protection, idealism. We have the king of air, and you know, this 2 of pentacles, and sort of like weighing these 2 things. And here with chameleon, this goes with your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? And like what I'm getting is like maybe there's some things that you hold back from saying, or things that you hold back from doing, just for the sake of blending in, fitting in, getting along with whoever it is that you're talking about. And I feel like for some of you guys, this has to do with a professional environment, because on the king of air, like this word professional is just standing out. Diplomatic is standing out. Impartial is starting out. It's like having this desire to be very cool-headed. Is that the word? Cool-headed, level-headed, that sort of thing. And you're sort of weighing this so that you can keep the peace. I just heard keep the peace and be of good behavior in your surroundings. But I think that what's transpired is like that you need to sort of speak up on something. You know, confidence is your key to success. And I'm getting this feeling of like having to say something. I don't know where I'm getting the having to stay. I'm getting stay. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So maybe some of you guys, I'm getting like tongue-tied. Maybe some of you guys are struggling with what to say. Because it's like you're trying to find the right balance of like showing respect and getting respect. When I respect my money respects me. You know, and I'm getting this like to be something professional related. Maybe it's school, maybe it's work, maybe it's something where you're required to sort of have like a certain way of behaving and speaking. And maybe you let things slide in that department because you don't want to stand out as somebody who is problematic or, kind of gets attention in that way. And with this last quarter moon, I'm getting, for some of you guys, I heard stay. Maybe some of you guys are considering leaving. I'm seeing this dog and I'm getting stay. And with last quarter moon, it feels like something's coming to an end. Maybe it's your desire to want to stick around, because you feel like you're not being respected, or your skills aren't being respected. Maybe this is somebody who is overstepping their position, or somebody that's micromanaging you, or somebody who is like paranoid or something, and or takes things upon themselves that are really for you to be doing and kind of screws you up. I don't know. This could be a whole bunch of different things, but you're trying to maintain a good relationship, and so I don't know. I'm just getting like that. This is the reason why this is happening, because it's like you're trying to find the right balance of blending in, getting along, and fitting in, and then also sort of like speaking your mind, having confidence, standing your ground, um, and then doing this thing where it's like setting the tone. I just heard setting the tone, setting the stage for how you would like to be treated and how you want to be treated, how you want to be respected. When I respect my money respects me. I get this as a feeling of like, your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? Yeah, I think I'm just getting this feeling of like being confident in what you have to say and what you're expecting. Maybe you're very good at what you do, um, and you feel like you're being undermined. It doesn't matter. It does not matter the situation. The bottom line of the reason for this is due to not speaking up in some sort of way, right? Um, I'm definitely getting that. This desire to, want to fit in or blend in and not rock the boat. Or maybe the person that we're talking about, you could see how their temperament is, and so you don't want to get on their bad side. This could be many different things, right? Um, and it's almost like feels like something's coming to an end. Something's coming to an end, and I feel like, this is reminding me of like, your time is coming to an end somewhere, and so you're trying to just keep the peace and be of good behavior, and sort of like, but it's making you almost cringe in the sense that like you're not okay with with what's happening, and it's like you're trying to be humble and you're trying to be respectful. And I just got this feeling and this thought of like, humility is not humiliation, you know. I just had to say that, like, being humble is shouldn't feel humiliating to be humble. um and I feel like there's this sense of feeling like humiliated or disrespected, um and it's serious. Like, I was gonna say, like, this is very serious. Like, I don't know why I'm getting this is such a serious feeling. This is serious. Even with the King of Air, this is like a serious like violation of some sort. Like, I feel like you've been violated. And there's this it's like walking a tightrope. I'm getting, it's like this is walking a tightrope, like, and so it's like these emotional up and down because you're trying to play this part and trying to play this role. Um, and I just got this is the pentagram, but I got the pentagon. Um, it's like you have to act a certain way. Like I just get this thing of like there's certain formalities, there's certain things you just have to go with it, and like you're not really okay with that. Um, and I also got a thing of like maybe you're prioritizing. The reason this is happening is because you're being called to question how you're prioritizing certain ideas or values you have in your mind. For one, is how much of yourself are you willing to put to the back burner? How much BS are you willing to tolerate? How are you going to stand up and speak up for yourself with confidence while still trying to maintain a level of like getting along with others? Like, what is the right ratio of that? I almost feel like now you're swinging back and forth. Like, it's like the emotions, right? Swinging back and forth from like this emotion to that emotion, and it feeling kind of extreme, and you're feeling disrespected, or like this is serious, or there's a problem, or this is kind of humiliating that I have to do this, like I'm a grown person. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to tolerate this. But you're just kind of going with it. And it's like finding the right level, or it's like pushing you to re-question what you're gonna tolerate, what you're gonna do about it, what you're gonna say about it, how you're gonna go about it. And then do it, because there's stuff that you have to release. That's what I'm getting with this last quarter moon. I felt like at first it had to do with the fact that you're coming to the end of something and that you're trying to be on your best behavior because of that. Maybe it's the end of a contract, so you're trying to like you know like you're trying to like leave on, not like have a good note, like be on a good note. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like someone's taking advantage of that, or they're thinking it's okay to act a certain way, and it's not with you. I mean, it may be okay with other people, but it's not with you. So this is really just to call you to reevaluate what you're doing. Maybe you're valuing. Maybe it's calling you to question your values around money, and if you're willing to tolerate certain things to make money. You know, if you're having to silence yourself or act a certain way, like to make this money. It's almost like, oh, I just got this example of, I don't know why I got this example, like, excuse me, it just came. It's like being a stripper, right? Like, so off topic. Um, are you willing, like, people have to ask themselves, what am I willing to do to make money? Everyone has different lines of what they're willing to do or what they're not willing to do. And that's just what it is. And so it's like, the reason is that you're having to balance. Here it says it very clearly: balance mental and emotional considerations. You got to balance, like, how maybe, on you have to balance. You have to look at yourself holistically. Like, am I really okay with that? Am I okay with that emotionally? Like, I might be okay with that mentally, but I'm not okay with that emotionally. I might be okay with that emotionally, but mentally I have to be respected. Like, I don't know, whatever it is with you, but it's like you're being called to figure out what parts of yourself that you're accommodating other people with need to be shed and need to be let go of, in order for you to feel good, and what you're willing to do to make money and what you're not willing to tolerate to make money. And just get very clear on that, and be confident in it, and to stand in that. So that is the reason, group 3, for why you kind of got bent out of shape, or whatever situation, blah blah blah, had occurred. This is the reason why, and this is what you are being asked to look at. So if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to see more videos. I will see you guys soon.